Sorry about that, everybody. Messed up the... Something screwy went on with the broadcast. Missed a couple of plays there. Falcons now up past the 50 after a couple of catches. It's a dump off to Robinson. Out of the backfield, running to the right. Picks up a first down. No one was stopping him. Finally pushed out by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Picked up a 14 on the play. Hoping that people will be able to rejoin. Accidentally clicked the end broadcast button. We missed a no gain run for Robinson, then a pick up of 5 to Robinson, and a pick up of 14. 47 seconds to go. Up past the 45-yard line. It's a pass over the middle, caught by McLeod. He's having a big day today. First down, catch of 16 on it, and that will move the Falcons inside the 20 up to the 17-yard line. Pump fake pass by Cousins, who was able to haul it in after a defender smacked his arm. Ray McLeod, 3 catches for 45 yards. Timeout taken by the Falcons. Didn't mention this, but Chris Lindstrom, the right guard who he said left the game, he's returned. He was evaluated for a head injury, has returned to the game, has been in on this drive so far. Cousins with the empty backfield. Look out! Pressure coming! It's Watt who sacks him and snagged the ball. Strip sack, fumble, recovered by Watt, all in one, but there is a flag down. Let's see what the flag is about. That could change everything. Fumbled, recovered by Watt, but it may be going the other way after, let's see, did Watt jump off sides? Yes, he did. That was why he was able to get to Cousins. He smacked the ball out, then dove on top of it. A strip sack, forced fumble, fumble recovery, all in one. But it's all for naught, as Watt was well offsides. It's going to be defensive offsides, so that'll move the Falcons up. They'll remain with the football. Makes sense why Watt was able to get there if he was offsides. Threw his arms up incredulously. Sorry, TJ, you were offsides. Up to the 12-yard line. 1st and 5, 38 seconds to go in the second. Pitts in motion. Cousins scans, rolls out to his left. He's going to look, he's going to throw to the end zone. Wide open, Kyle Pitts, touchdown! His first of the season, the first touchdown for either team this season. Pitts only had 3 last year. He already has his first in the first game. What a drive by the Falcons from their own 10-yard line, going 90 yards. A couple of big plays, and Pitts was wide open. No one was even anywhere near him, within 5 yards. Closest man was Beanie Bishop, and he must have forgotten that there's a 6'5", 245-pound tight end right behind him. That penalty on Watt comes up huge. Here's Koo for the extra point. It is up and good. So the first touchdown scoring drive for Kirk Cousins as an Atlanta Falcon. 32 seconds to go. A 12-yard touchdown pass to Kyle Pitts. 32 seconds left in the first half. It is 10-6 Falcons. 9 plays, 90 yards in 3 minutes and 18 seconds, capped off by a 12-yard touchdown catch by Kyle Pitts. We were looking at that offsides play by TJ Watt during the commercial break, and it's much closer than I initially thought. Here's Pinion with the kickoff. Back to return is Cordero Patterson. He will let it go out the back of the end zone. Steelers will start at their own 30. The center, Dahlman, pumps his head and then snapped it, and it looked like Watt may have timed it just perfectly. He came over to Mike Tomlin on the sideline right before the commercial break. He was heated with the officials ranting and raging up and down the Steelers sideline, talking about how that's manure, fertilizer. Here's a pass caught by Austin, brought down right away by Troy Anderson. Clock winds down to 18 seconds, 16, 15. They get it off. Fields is going to have to look deep. He's going to throw. It's going to be under the middle. And out of bounds goes Freiermuth. 9 seconds to go, so that's a pickup of 7 on the play. Let's see if they're able to do anything. Boswell's career long is 59. Tied his season long from last year earlier with a 57-yard field goal. The first points for the Steelers. Remember, the Steelers will get the ball, and before they could do anything, a timeout was taken by the Falcons, their final timeout. Falcons got the ball to start the game, so Pittsburgh will get it to begin the second half. So it's maybe not be too urgent of a drive for Pittsburgh and Justin Fields. Halftime awaits us shortly. Nine seconds remaining. 2 timeouts left for the Steelers. They're at their own 42-yard line. So they would have to get to around the opposing 42. Here's Fields, who's going to roll out, and he is going to launch on a wobbler downfield. Oh my! It's Pickens who gets in bounds. He could have stepped out of bounds, and he does just in time with 1 second left. Wow! Pickens got way open deep downfield. It looked like they were maybe going for a Hail Mary attempt. Instead, Pickens just finds an opening, gets all the way down to around the 20-yard line. Made a move, could have stepped out of bounds around his own 25. Regardless, that's way in Boswell's field goal range. That is unfortunate by the Falcons. Their defense may have just screwed things up. Pickens may have stepped out of bounds at the 25-yard line and then picked up another 5. But either way, regardless though, that's a pretty ballsy move. Stepped out with 3 seconds, it looks like. That's a pretty ballsy move by Pickens to try to stay in bounds. He was lucky he was pushed out of bounds with only 1 second. Otherwise, that would have been most unfortunate that he didn't just step out. So they'll have 3 seconds. I think that's what they will rule it. Steelers getting lucky right there. Pick up a 41 on the play. There's no way that Pickens should be that wide open on a play like that. Falcons should have been in prevent defense all the way there. Keep everyone over the middle and ahead of you, in front of you. Instead, he gets behind the Falcons secondary. So they'll drop the 8-yard. They'll take 8 yards off the play and add 2 seconds. Let's take a look. He was being covered by A.J. Terrell, who was just kind of guarding the inbounds play. Jesse Bates was moving to his left, and then Pickens got behind Terrell. Terrell must have just not thought that Pickens would go that far downfield. So that'll set up a 44-yard field goal. Pick up a 33 on that catch. Pickens now with 5 catches for 45 yards. Here's a 44-yard attempt. His third field goal of the day is up and good. Wild ending to the half right there. Steelers are able to pick up 3 points when they probably shouldn't have. Halftime coming up. It is 10-9 Falcons. Steelers will be getting the ball back after this commercial break. We will see you after halftime. Welcome back after halftime. We are getting set for the second half kickoff. So far, Justin Fields, 11 of 13 for 83 yards, including that 33-yard pass right before halftime that set up the field goal. It's a one-point game as Cordero Patterson is back to return. Hope you guys had a restful halftime. Bradley Pinion boots it away, and Patterson will let it go out the back of the end zone. Fields will start with the ball at the 30. Halftime stats: Cousins 13 of 18, 136 yards, 1 touchdown and an interception to Kyle Pitts. That touchdown was to Kyle Pitts. Bijan Robinson is out-snapping Tyler Algier 27-5 so far in the first half. Robinson 10 carries for 26 yards. Najee Harris 7 carries for 26 yards. Leading receiver for Falcons is Ray McLeod with 3 catches for 45. George Pickens 5 catches for 45. We're back to football. Handoff to Najee Harris right up the gut. And he is knocked down after just about a pickup of 1. Dropped by Bates and Onyemata. We mentioned that we would give you some scores around the league. Houston is up 12-7 at half over the Colts. Panthers are down 30-3 to the Saints at the Superdome in New Orleans. Here's a toss, pitch running to the left, and it is going nowhere. Harris driven backwards. He is not doing much so far today. 8 carries for 29 yards. Most notable thing for him so far is that he got his helmet ripped off. 3rd and 5 coming up. Steelers are 5 for 8 on 3rd down today. Austin shifts out to the far left. Here's Fields, pressure coming. Watch out, he is brought down. Grady Jarrett, the second longest tenured Falcon, with his first sack of the season. His first sack since tearing his ACL last season. Jarrett was going up against the right guard James Daniels with a swim move, got around him. Fields tried to get somewhere. Grady Jarrett had other plans, had him wrapped around the ankle, and that will bring up a punt. 3 and out go the Steelers. Johnston on for his second punt of the day. Right-footed kick. It's a good punt down the field. Is fielded at the 21-yard line by Avery Williams. Running to the right. He has some space. He's trying to get around a man. Pushed out of bounds by Matakevich. Good return by Avery Williams. Up to the 49-yard line. A return of 28. So a bit of a shorter field for the Falcons, who are trying to extend a 10-9 lead. 12:56 to go in the 3rd. Welcome back. Promised scores, here are some scores. Well, here's a handoff, actually. Robinson with a nice move, a nice cut. A couple of nice moves. He's brought down on the Steelers side of the 50-yard line, pickup of 4. Vikings scored a touchdown already in the second half. They are ahead of the New York Giants, 21-3. Sam Darnold getting a start. He will be the Vikings quarterback for the season, with J.J. McCarthy, the rookie, out. Here's another handoff. Robinson running to the left. It's going to be stacked up, but gets some push. Needed 6. Got about 4. Other scores: Patriots are up 13-0 over the Bengals in the third quarter. Halftime in Miami, Jacksonville up 17-7 over the Dolphins. And the Titans, they're up 17-3 early in the third. Here's another run on 3rd and 2, and Robinson did not get there. Titans are up 17-3. Bills have just scored a touchdown. They've tied the game 17-17. 6 minutes into the third quarter. Oh, they're playing the Arizona Cardinals. So 3 straight runs there. Cousins has not been throwing the ball too much. They will stay on the field. Cousins straight under center. Tyler Algier in the game. Last year they really struggled on 4th. It's a give to Robinson around the left edge. He picks it up with ease. Pushed down. That's a pickup of 10 yards. Bijan Robinson. I don't know if they expected that one. Looked like he tore his chain as well. Robinson was lined up as sort of a wide receiver, maybe tight end, and came around on a reverse with an end around and was able to pick up 10 yards. They only needed 1. Last year they were 29th in the league in 4th down conversions. So far they're 1 of 1. Robinson, 44 rush yards, 43 receiving yards. He's on the sideline for right now. Ross Dwelly, 3rd string tight end in the game. Oh, it hit his leg. Dwelly got in the way. This ball is out. It's recovered by T.J. Watt. Oh my. Right when you thought that the Falcons had something going, disaster strikes. It was Dwelly in motion from left to right. He ran right as the ball was getting snapped. It hit him in his right hand. And when you're going for a loose ball, you don't want Kirk Cousins going up against T.J. Watt. It's an easy recovery for Watt. And the Steelers have the ball. 10:29 to go. TJ Watt gets his fumble recovery after all. He had that one that was negated late in the second quarter by a defensive offsides penalty called on Watt. Now the Steelers will get the ball at their own 38-yard line. It's a look pass caught. Michael Pruitt, his first catch, picks up a first down. Dwelly, a third-string tight end, new to the team after signing. Cousins put up his hand to tell Dwelly, stop, 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 and right when that happened, Dwelly got in the way of the snap from the center Dahlman. Fields rolls out to his left. He's going to throw downfield looking for Pickens, who almost made a nice one-handed catch. That one will go out of bounds. Cousins had his left hand up telling Dwelly to stop. Dwelly spent the last 7 seasons in San Francisco as a backup tight end. 3rd and 1 now. There's Fields, who's going to look for it, and let's see, did he get there? Yes, he did. Picks up the first down on 3rd and 1, the needed one. Got maybe 2. A change on defense for the Falcons. Mike Hughes has come out of the game. We mentioned him as a guy that won a competition against Clark Phillips III. Phillips is now in the game as the cornerback opposite of A.J. Terrell. Hughes was in the game to the entire first half. Here's a handoff to Harris up the middle. He's going to get brought down. A pickup of 5. Not sure if the Hughes substitution is injury related or if it had to do with some sort of playing abilities that were not on display. But I mean, that big catch, the only really big play of the first half for the Steelers was that Pickens catch, and that was on A.J. Terrell. And maybe you could put some blame on Jesse Bates. So we'll try to figure that out. Here's another give to Harris, and he is stopped. Eddie Goldman was in there. So was Caden Ellis. There's a flag down on 3rd down now. And we will check the flag. Brad Rogers is your referee today. Looks like this may be going against the Falcons. It is on Eddie Goldman, who he told about how he's been out of football for more than 2 years. 2 full seasons. Goldman, veteran, was going up against Zach Frazier, the center. Had Frazier in his grasps, being double teamed actually by the right guard Daniels and Frazier. He's going to get called for the flag though. That'll give an automatic first down to the Steelers. Here's a play fake. Fields stands in, is going to look, he's going to throw. It is incomplete off the hand of Pruitt. They had Anderson, the left guard, moving from left to right. You don't want to get in the way of that 6'5", 305-pound offensive lineman. But Fields threw it a little bit ahead of the tight end. They bring in Cordero Patterson as the running back. Harris to the sideline. Haven't seen much Jalen Warren. We've seen him a couple plays in the second quarter. It is a give to Patterson, kind of a delayed handoff, looking for something, and that delayed handoff is going to kind of hurt Patterson as he's going backwards. Able to pick up just 1 on the play. I mentioned the Vikings are up 21-3. That second half touchdown was a touchdown to Jalen Naylor. 3rd down. Fields throws. It is knocked away, incomplete, looking for Austin. It was Justin Simmons, the free agent signing, who got in there with the pass breakup, bringing up 4th and 8. That will, though, however, they will send Chris Boswell out for the field goal try. Fields looked, and nice play by the strong safety. Simmons coming downhill. Spent the first 8 seasons of his career in Denver. This is a 56-yarder. Boswell, kick on the way. It is up, and he snuck it in the right upright. So all the points have come on 4 field goals from Chris Boswell. It is 12-10. Steelers back in front. Good kick. Boswell is perfect today. Steelers are up by 2. 7:45 to go in the third. We'll be back. We're back. This is the first game of Chris Boswell's career where he's made 3 50-yard field goals. He's hit from 57, 51, 44, and 56. Here's a kickoff that will be fielded in the back of the end zone for a touchback by Avery Williams. Falcons will get it at their own 30. Haven't seen too many kickoff returns with this new special modified kickoff. There was a stat a couple days ago about how there was even less kick returns through the first 2 games, the Bills and Chiefs and the Packers and Eagles. We'll see what the stats are after this week. If there are fewer kick returns, well, it's an interesting thing to keep in mind. Here's Charlie Warner, the tight end, in motion. Here's a handoff. Algier running, carrying defenders. Good run by Algier on first down. Picks up 7 on the play. Kirk Cousins, his first start as an Atlanta Falcon. Something interesting was that after he was signed to that 4-year, $180 million extension, Falcons used their first-round pick on Michael Penix Jr., which was rather surprising as a 8th overall pick. So Penix, who's already pretty old for a rookie, 24. Here's a handoff. Algier to the left. He's brought down. TJ Watt loses his helmet. Still able to make the play. Pickup of 1. It's interesting to see how the Falcons are going to utilize Penix, if at all, considering that Cousins looks like he's the quarterback of not the future, but the immediate future. TJ Watt has 96.5 sacks since 2017. That leads the NFL. And so far today, he's had one official fumble recovery and one unofficial sack, forced fumble, and recovery. Here's a pass caught by Pitts. He's going to have some running room. He's up across the 50, down to around the 40. Flag flies, though, 3rd and 2, and we'll check what the flag's about. And it will be coming back. Flag called on the left tackle, Jake Matthews. He's the longest tenured Falcon. Legal hands to the face penalty. He's going up against Alex Highsmith. Matthews now in his 11th year. From a first-round pick in 2014. It's now 3rd and 12 after that pickup got negated. Here's pressure coming from Watt. Look out! This one is forced fumble again! TJ Watt. There is a flag down, so we'll see what that's about. That is incredible that Watt was able to get there again, force a fumble. It was recovered by the Falcons, but that strip sack, that's his 2nd of the day. If you ignored that the first one was. Oh. A penalty. Flag is going to be called an illegal hands to the face penalty on Dante Jackson of the Steelers. So Watt, for a 2nd time today, has a sack, forced fumble wiped out. Jackson grabbed onto Darnell Mooney, and that'll give the Falcons a free first down. Watt on the sideline. He must be frustrated. It's the 2nd time that's happened today. So the Falcons now inside the 30 at the 27-yard line. Handoff Robinson running to the right. Picks up about 2 on the play. Brought down by Nick Herbig, brother of Nate Herbig, who's also on the Steelers but is out for the season with a torn pec. Nick is a linebacker who was shining in the preseason, had a couple of really solid games, and could be in line for a couple more defensive snaps. Here's pressure coming from Cousins. Watch out, he is dropped. Montravius Adams, a little-known nose tackle, got in there with the big sack. Last year, didn't have one, only has 1.5 in his almost 8-year career. Adams, coming straight up the middle, drops him. Cameron Hayward was also in there a little bit. So that'll sub 3rd and 17. Back inside their own 30. Charlie Warner with his first catch. And that will force a punt. Beanie Bishop on the stop. So kind of a wild drive right there. It was illegal hands to the face penalty called on both teams. One that was called on the Steelers negated another sack, forced fumble by TJ Watt. That's the 2nd time that's happened today. Pinion will punt to Calvin Austin, the 3rd, who's back to return. Angled to the right. Austin will field it at his own 15. He will cut to the left. He escapes one tackle, cuts through another. Flag flies down around the 27-yard line of Pittsburgh. We'll check what the flag's about. 3:49 to go in the 3rd. It is 12-10 Steelers. Back and forth affair so far. It'll be a player out of bounds penalty on Kaderil Hodge. Ran out of bounds, didn't stay out of bounds, and stayed out of bounds instead of coming back in bounds. So, That'll add 5 yards. The Falcons will start with it at the Steelers will start with it at their own 34-yard line. We'll be back. Welcome back. Justin Fields back on the field. And under center, the 32-yard line. He's going to air one out downfield looking for Pickens, who's going to dive. He made the catch. Gets back up, stays on his feet. He has a lane. Watch out. He's going to go down the field. What a pass. What a catch by Pickens. Huge play, pickup of 40 yards. First time they've really aired one out all day. Pickens made the catch, got back up, stayed on his feet, made a bit of a move. Good coverage. Fields took a hit from Jarrett. And Fields, what a pass. George Pickens, a year ago with Mason Rudolph, Mitch Trubisky, and Kenny Pickett under center, was never getting any opportunities like that. Here's Harris running to the left. Spins through a tackle, brought down by Terrell. A pickup of 4 on the play. What a catch by Pickens, who had to dive headlong for that play. There was a chance that he might have gone all the way if he'd gotten up and made a bit of a move. Oh, movement up front by the Steelers. And that'll back him up 5 yards. It's on left guard Spencer Anderson, who's getting the start in place of Isaac Seumalo. That's the second big play of the day for Pickens, who had that one earlier, right before halftime. Pickup of 33. He's now 6 catches for 85 yards. Fields with 132 yards on the day. Second and 11. Jalen Warren in the game. Fields is going to take the snap and he's going to run with it. He's going to slide forward. They want to work on that slide, Justin. Did a head first slide. Pick up a 4 on the play. Taking another look, Fields got crunched by Grady Jarrett. Still able to get the ball off. And Pickens, wasn't even bad coverage by Terrell. Just with a great catch, it made a move. It was a juke Terrell out of his socks. 3rd and 7. Let's see what the Steelers draw up here. Inside field goal range of Boswell. Fake handoff to Warren. Flag flies. Pass caught by Pruitt, who's going to get pushed out of bounds a yard short by Anderson. We'll check what the flag is, though. Got 6, needed 7. A couple of Georgia connections. Justin Fields spent the beginning of his year. And they will call an illegal shift on Jefferson, the wide receiver. So, no play. It will replay 3rd down, 3rd and 12. George Pickens went to Georgia. Justin Fields started his college career at Georgia. So, a couple of guys playing where they spent their formative years. Here's Fields, looking. He's going to pump, he's going to throw towards the sideline, caught by Freiermuth, who's going to try to stay up. Needed 12, he's going to not get there. Brought down by Caden Ellis. So, after that big play to Pickens, they didn't do as much. It'll be Boswell on for his 5th field goal of the day. This one is a much more manageable 40 yards. Boswell last year, 7 of 8. He's already made one from 44 today. And 40-yarder up and good. So Steelers extend their lead now. It is a 15-10 game. Only one touchdown by either team all day. It was a 12-yard catch by Kyle Pitts. Kirk Cousins will return to the field. Let's take a look at some other scores. Buffalo is now ahead 24-17 at home against Arizona. The Vikings have added on. They're up 28-6 midway through the 3rd quarter in New York. New Orleans, yikes. They are up 37-3 over the Carolina Panthers. Not even halfway through the 3rd quarter, as we're taking a look at the Steelers offense gathered around Arthur Smith on the sideline. I think they're having sort of something of a pep talk to get going. Colts have made it a bit closer, 15-13. They scored a touchdown and then tried to go for 2, couldn't get it. So they're down by 2 points, 3 minutes left in Indy against the Texans. 25 seconds to go here in Atlanta. It'll be another touchback. So Cousins will return to the field. The last drive did not go much of anywhere. A couple of flags, and then one that stopped a strip sack. So Falcons will get it at their own 30, and they will try to answer these couple of field goals. It's been all Chris Boswell with the points today. It's a pitch to Bijan Robinson running to the right. He's going to get slammed out of bounds by Patrick Queen. Caught 5 on the play. We'll see if that is the final play of this 3rd quarter, and it does look like that'll be the case. So a game that was sort of expected to go this way. A very solid defense in Atlanta and an always solid defense in Pittsburgh. Combined with 2 new quarterbacks, just kind of feeling out their team. So the final 15 minutes of Week 1 will be taking place after this commercial break. Steelers are up 15-10 over the Atlanta Falcons. Welcome back. Fourth quarter, getting ready. Switch sides. Here's a handoff. Robinson from the 35-yard line, spinning forward, flying across the first down marker, picking up the first. Flag does fly on the play. We'll see what that's about. And we will check it. 14:53. It will be a flag on the Falcons, a holding call. On the sideline now is Joey Porter Jr., the excellent rookie cornerback from last year. This is his second year, actually. That holding call will go against Caleb and Gary. Falcons in motion, and Cousins just has to throw it into the ground. On 2nd and 15. Didn't want to do that, but he was forced to because TJ Watt was coming downhill. And when that's happening, look out. Didn't have anyone open. Alex Highsmith was all over Robinson, so that brings up 3rd and 15. It's been a frustrating day for the Atlanta Falcons. They've had a lot of opportunities. They've been lucky with a couple of calls. Could have been much worse. Here's the 3rd and 15, and that one just got to be thrown into the ground again. Cousins doesn't even give his receivers a chance. That brings up 4th down, and this looks like might be punting time. And it might be time for the oh, well, timeout was taken right before that, so we will ignore everything. TJ Watt having a day for himself. He's had a couple of fumble recoveries, one that he forced himself, but that one was called back, and then one real one, and he's also had a tackle for loss. 3rd and 15. So that play right before the timeout did not happen. There's pressure coming from Watt. Cousins going to have to throw. It was nearly intercepted by KZ. Intended for Ray McLeod, and that will bring up 4th down. So, Steelers force the 3 and out. The steel curtain coming down on the Atlanta Falcons. They're looking for McLeod, and it didn't even come up short. It came up well. It bounced into KZ. So that will be another punt for Bradley Pinion. Calvin Austin III, deep, wearing number 19, is going to field it at his own 16-yard line, looking for some space. Can't get anywhere. He's going to evade a tackler and didn't get much of anywhere. Pickup of 6 on the return. So the Steelers will start at their own 22. They are looking to widen the gap, make this more than just a one-score game. Looking for their first touchdown of the season. 14-17 to go. Steelers in front, 15-10. whole lot of field goals. Give credit to the Atlanta Falcons defense, though, that they have been able to prevent any sort of touchdowns and keep the game not too far away. Here's a run by Fields. Fields slides down smoothly, short of the first, but didn't have many options open downfield and decided to use his legs and used it well. Run of 7 yards. In the first half, Falcons outgained the Steelers 175 to 132. So far in the second half, it's 62 to 39 in favor of the Steelers. They've flipped the script on them. 10 to 9 at halftime, and now 2 field goals in the third quarter. Here's a run. Harris, patient running. He's going to break through. Yes, open space. Cuts through a couple defenders, carrying defenders all the way down to the Falcons logo at midfield. Great run by Najee Harris. About 20 on the play. And these Steelers fans in Atlanta are loud. It was a toss pitch to Harris, who waited for gaps to open and exploded right through a hole, able to get going and got down the field. Another give to Harris. This time he's tripped up. Over there was Nate Landman, backup linebacker. He has an interesting story. He was born in Zimbabwe, where his father played international rugby. He became a U.S. citizen only in his sophomore year of college at Colorado. And also he has a sister named Ocean Trail. So, interesting family. There's Nate and then there's Ocean Trail. Fake handoff. Fields throws, caught by Freiermuth. Just signed that big extension a few days ago, able to pick up the first down. A fake handoff one way, then goes back the other. Fields finds the open Freiermuth. Gets 10 on the play. They rush 6. It's a give to Harris, and he is wrapped up around the legs by a combination of Zach Harrison and Kentavious Street. Didn't get much, maybe 3, and Harris will head to the sideline. He's the only player in the NFL with 1,000-yard rushing seasons in the last 3 years. Those also coincide with the first 3 years of his career. Very good Alabama career. It's a give to Jalen Warren in the game now, and he's barreling through defenders, ran over Jesse Bates, picks up the first down. Steelers fans have been calling for more Jalen Warren, please. They liked what they saw with him towards the end of last year. Last season, 4 touchdowns on the ground. Also had 61 catches for 370 yards. He was dealing with a hamstring injury during the preseason, but is healthy enough to play. It was 2 weeks between the final preseason game. He sat out the final one. Here's a fake handoff to Warren. Fields is going to run, moves through the tackle, used his own guy as a blocker, and up to the 25-yard line of Atlanta. So the Falcons defense is starting to wither here in the second half. Field has started to use his legs more. They've been taking a couple more downfield shots. So far, Fields with 43 rushing yards and 150 yards through the air. 15 of 20. It's been a couple of good runs to Najee Harris. And, of course, a couple good plays to George Pickens, who's not in the game right now. Scotty Miller is in. 3 tight ends. Fake handoff. Running left. Fields throws. Caught by Darnell Washington. Pushed out maybe just a little bit short of the first. Washington, he could get some more targets this year with a new offense that isn't filled with just dump-offs over the middle. That was what the Steelers are mostly running. Last year, 7 catches for 61 yards. That was his rookie year. 3rd-round pick. He's also a Georgia guy. Big guy, too. 6'7", 264. 3rd and 1, though. up around the 20-yard line of Atlanta. Play clock winding down. 3rd and 1. Fields takes it. He's going to run straight up the middle. A designed run for Fields. Had an empty backfield and 4 receivers, but still ran with it and picks up the first. Got 5 up to the 15. Steelers here in the second half have been just slowly kind of just giving them like a sort of death by 1,000 paper cuts. Just these little plays, picking the plays up when you need them. That's the name of the game when you come for a Mike Tomlin offense. Handoff, Harris running to the left, and he's brought down. The Falcons were asked during the week about if they would be able to kind of game plan for Arthur Smith, considering that he was their head coach last year. Now he's the offensive coordinator. They said not really. Makes sense because obviously he's with a bunch of new players and a whole new team. It's Freiermuth, along with the 3 tight ends, Washington, Pruitt, and Freiermuth himself. Harris in the backfield. It's a toss to him to the left. He's going to make a move, gut around. He's going to try to get somewhere, flipped in the air, and brought down. Mike Hughes back in the game on the stop. Flipped him way over the top and came down. And watch out, there was a bit of a scuffle between during the replay. Just take a look. There's a flag down, and that might be a big thing. 2nd and 8. It was Broderick Jones who had a tough preseason, but as we mentioned, this is his 2nd year. Starting at right tackle today. Jones also a Georgia guy. Grady Jarrett was going after the left guard Anderson, and Jones came right up into his face. Also got shoved there by, like, Eddie Goldman got in there, and then the flag came in. So it looks like the 2nd guy in there, like usual. Oh, and then Goldman threw a right kind of push to the face of Broderick Jones. That might be what the penalty's about. So it'll be offsetting penalties both on Goldman and Jones. Move it up to the 8-yard line. It's a toss. Jefferson, the former Falcon, looking for the first. He gets hit by Jesse Bates just short. That'll bring up 4th down. Let's see what the Steelers are going to do. If they're going to go for the death blow, go for it, or they're going to just try another field goal. Jefferson was traded from the Rams to Atlanta midway through last season. Signed with the Steelers in the offseason, is now going to be their wide receiver 2. There was a chance that they were going to trade for Brandon Ayuk. Here's Fields under center, and he did not get there. Fields got stopped. Fields did not get there. Looked like they may have not even been set or really ready. Oh, let's take a look. It may be that the Falcons jumped early. That would make sense for why Fields is usually an excellent runner, is also a big guy. I would be able to look at Nate Landman. He came over the top trying to go for Fields. And that's there's no flag down, and that will be Falcons football. So Falcons able to hold on, prevent any points from scoring. They have 7 minutes left. Still a 1-score game. It is 15-10. Heck of a play by Nate Landman to come over the top and get the stop on Justin Fields. Prevent any points from scoring. It's a handoff to Robinson for the Falcons, and it's a bit of a push forward. Got 3, backed up at their own 6-yard line now. But that play, I understand why the Steelers would go for it on 4th down, just trying to go for the death punch. But you've got to execute it a little bit better. If everyone knows what the play is going to be, it might be better to go with a handoff or something. Here's Watt coming in, and a flag flies. Check down, caught by Robinson, picks up the 1st down. Nice pass by Cousins. Stopped by Dante Jackson. We'll see what the flag is. There was some miscommunication among the Falcons about who was lined up where, and that might be a legal formation penalty, and it is. That's going to be called on Kyle Pitts. He was lined up on the left side, but then instead was motioned over to the right. And let's see, did he get set ever? He was covered by an offensive lineman. That's why. So back him up, no play. 2nd and 12. Let's see if the Steelers defense can get a stop here after the messy play. The pass tipped. Whoa, what a play. Alex Highsmith with the pass deflection, the pass breakup. They were looking for Ray McLeod with a little screen, but Highsmith sniffed it out. He got up and just barely deflected it so that it went off and away from McLeod. Had that really nice catch earlier on the almost deflected ball. Last 4 possessions after the touchdowns are fumble, punt. And with 3rd and 12 backed up at their own 5. Let's see. Cousins got to get it out fast. It is caught by Pitts, but it is well short of the 1st. Fitzpatrick was down there, and that will bring up a 4th down. Let's see. 5 minutes to go, 4th and 4, and Cousins and the offense are going to leave the field. So what a stop, a 3 and out by the Steelers on Cousins to keep this game in their favor. So ending up with no points after after the missed play by Fields. Here's Austin fielding it inside his own 30. He's going to bring it out. Whoa, what a hit. Flag does fly. Troy Anderson got right into his grill and driven backwards. And let's check what the flag is. So Fields will return to the field with 5:13 to go. Cousins couldn't get it done. Falcons have kind of a tough schedule to start this season. After this week, they head to Philadelphia, play on Monday Night Football against the Eagles, then at home against the Chiefs, home against the Saints. A bunch of division matchups all stacked up, Buccaneers, then at Panthers. So those first 3 games are really tough. It'll be a couple of penalties. Both of them are going to be, one of them is going to be declined. The other, there were 2 illegal block above the waists. One was on Miles Killebrew. So Cousins has been getting harassed all day by the Steelers defense, and it happens again. Fields back on, trying to put this game away for the Pittsburgh Steelers. back. Justin Fields trying to go with the 5-minute offense to put this one away. And the first play is going to be a run to Harris. Harris trying to get back into the line of scrimmage, fighting for it, and the Falcons defense got there. Loss of yards, losing 3 on the play. It was James Smith-Williams. In the second half, Kirk Cousins only 2 of 5 for 11 yards. Falcons only have 34 total yards here in the second half. They were scoreless in the third. They're scoreless in the fourth. Last time they scored was that late second quarter touchdown to Kyle Pitts. They do have all 3 timeouts. And after that first down stop, Jalen Warren in the game at running back. Fields, watch out. He's going to throw it into the ground. Mike Hughes back in the game was coming on the corner blitz, and that sets up a quick 3rd and 13. So negative play, then incompletion. So on that, Jalen Warren has to pick up the blitz. He was looking to the right. Fields was coming off from the left, and Fields' blind side, he was left out to dry, had to just throw it away. There's pressure coming on Fields, who's going to pump, he's going to look, and watch out, he's going down! Grady Jarrett again, and the new man, Matt Judon, combined for the total sack, and the Falcons, it's not over yet for them. What a 3-and-out that was. Judon coming from the left, Jarrett cleans it up, drops Fields. It's punt time. Falcons are hoping that they can finally get the offense going. Somehow, some way. Johnston has had a very solid day, and he took a hit, and he goes down. Oh my. Flag does fly, running into the punter penalty. Looks like it's coming up soon as Avery Williams takes it inside his 30, brings it up to around the 35, and Cameron Johnston is down in a heap. Took a shot on the right knee. That's his kicking leg. Had a strong preseason. A couple of Steelers down, actually. It was Darius Rush, who's been lined up as a gunner. He also goes down. And Johnson was blocked into his own man. Daryl Hodge, trying to block it, was thrown into Johnston. Johnston kind of awkwardly went down with a right knee. It's all that a punter needs. Ooh. Took a very awkward hit and looked like his knee got twisted somehow. He's up now, but he's not putting any pressure, and he's going to try to walk it off, but with a big hobble. So we'll see what, if the Steelers get the ball back. Johnston is their kickoff man, the punter, and the holder on field goals, so that'll be interesting. Keep that in mind. Chris Boswell should be the backup punter if needed, and we'll see who's the holder. That's too bad. Cameron Johnston had a very strong preseason, replaced Presley Harvin Jr., who struggled in a couple of years as the Steelers punter. Last year, averaged 47 yards per punt, and so it'll be Boswell who will actually punt it, as they called offensive holding on Killebrew instead of running into the punter. Fourth and 31 coming up. Boswell has never attempted a punt in his career. So we'll see how this goes. Backed up inside of his own 10. Gets it away. Nice punt, actually. Fielded around the 40 and getting down there. Whoa, what a play by the Steelers special teams. Boswell with the nice punt, actually. And Scotty Miller, Ben Skoranek, practice squad elevation guy, got down there. So, kind of an interesting series of events there. Hoping that Cameron Johnston's okay, the punter. That was an ugly, leg injury, lower right leg injury. Boswell with his first career punt. Not bad. 43 yards. So the Falcons offense will return to the field. Johnston's inside the medical tent. Atlanta starts at their own 40. There's a run to the right. Robinson gets ahead of steam, spins through a tackle, breaks one, and what a run, Bijan Robinson. Getting up to the 47-yard line, a pickup of 13 on the play. That's just what the Falcons need, their first big play of the second half. Robinson running to the left. Got through Patrick Queen, spins right through it, put him in a spin cycle. At the 47-yard line. Under 3 minutes to go now. Let's see what the Falcons can do. This one gets away, and it is intercepted! Intercepted, brought the other way by Dante Jackson. Pressure was in Kirk Cousins' face. He's going to try to get down the field inside the 20, and that might just wrap this up. Dante Jackson, in his first game in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform, makes a huge play. Returned 49 yards to the 18. Pressure was coming in the Steelers' defense. Got there. Highsmith, Hayward, Ogunjobi, TJ Watt all coming off. It was intended for Ray McCloud and badly underthrown. Jackson jumped it, picks it off, brings it back the other way. Not much that Kirk Cousins can do right there. What a play by the Steelers defense. That front four really got there. Wrecking havoc right after that big play by Robinson, and just another negative play sets him back. Second interception of the day by Cousins. One to Elliott earlier in the game, and then there by Jackson. So 2:34 to go. Steelers will try to just run this out. To give to Harris, and he dives forward for a pickup of 1. Clock stopped at 2:28 as the Falcons take their first timeout. That was an excellent return by Dante Jackson as well, who had kind of a quiet season last year. No interceptions, just 5 pass breakups, 59 tackles. That's his 15th career interception. We're at the 2-minute warning now. Or 2-minute warning upcoming, pardon me. Jackson was acquired for Deontay Johnson, who's now in Carolina. 2nd and 9, Fields feels the pressure. He's going to run, spins, falls backwards, and actually picked up a solid amount. Pick up a 4 on the play. That might be the last play. Oh, no. Falcons do take their second timeout. 1 left. So they can use the 2-minute warning as sort of a de facto 4th timeout. Jackson in his 6th year out of LSU. Originally a 2nd-round pick in 2018 by the Carolina Panthers. So 3rd and 5. A field goal does not ice this game away. That would keep it at an 8-point game. And that still is a 1-score game. So the Falcons are not done yet. But if they can get a first down right here, that would be huge. Still the 2-minute warning upcoming, and as well as Fields is going to run with it. He's going to try, get through. He's going to pick up the first down. Let's see. Oh, yeah, he did. Justin Fields using his legs, what he's best known for. That's a huge first down for the Steelers. Had blockers in front, Connor Hayward, the tight end. So it had a couple of other guys down there. Spencer Anderson leading the charge. Tried to barrel over Mike Hughes, the smaller cornerback. And the Falcons used their final timeout. Last year, the Falcons went 7-10. They really underperformed. Didn't really have solid quarterback play. Now you bring in the veteran Kirk Cousins, who's 36 years old. And there's too many giveaways. Not enough offense. Really didn't utilize Drake London at all today. Ray McLeod was the leading receiver. As a handoff to Harris, who's going to get brought down by Landman. That'll lead us into the 2-minute warning. So remember, also, the Steelers do need to score a touchdown here to fully ice the game, as we have hit the 2-minute warning, 15-10. Fields using his legs. Steelers defense putting this game to rest. We'll be back after this break. Back inside the final 2 minutes. Justin Fields, in his first start as a Pittsburgh Steeler, so far has 156 yards. Kirk Cousins, has 2 interceptions. Tough game for him. There's a handoff. Harris, running to the right, is going to get stopped, pushed backwards. Good play by the Falcons defense right there. Losing a yard. Matt Judon, Mike Hughes on the stop. Clock winds as they can really run this thing down. And they will take their second timeout with 1:14 to go. wind it down. If you take enough time off the clock here and I would leave it within 30 seconds to go, and that would just about do it. Up in Cincinnati, the Patriots get their first win. Jared Mayo, in his coaching debut, gets his first win, a 16-10 victory. I don't know how many people would have expected that. Here's 3rd and goal. It's a designed run to Fields, who's just going to slide down with it at the line of scrimmage, and that will wind the clock down to inside of just around 30 seconds. Steelers will likely just take their final timeout. Boswell in. Let's see. Let's take a look here. We'll see who's going to hold the extra point, or the field goal, excuse me. Boswell, 5 of 5 today. First player since Chris Boswell himself back in 2016 to go 5 for 5 on 40-plus yard field goals. And it looks like it'll be the case. He'll have all the points for the Pittsburgh Steelers today. Longtime Steeler. It'll be Scotty Miller who's going to hold. This will be from 25 yards out. Miller, a backup wide receiver. With Johnston out. Well, all we know is that it's a knee injury for Cameron Johnston. No further knowledge. So Miller holds, good hold, and the kick is up and good. So that makes it a 18-10 game. So Kirk Cousins and the Falcons will have 28 seconds left to try to do anything in their power with no timeouts. They will try to go the length of the field. Less than 30 seconds to go. Minnesota has ended it in New York with a 28-6 victory over the New York Giants. Jacksonville and Miami, they are tied up at 17, 2 minutes to go in the fourth. Chicago and Caleb Williams in his NFL debut, 24-17 lead over the Tennessee Titans. Titans with the ball, though, at the 2-minute warning. And up in Western New York, Bills are leading the Cardinals 34-28, under a minute and a half to go. But the Cardinals are driving inside Bills territory. Boswell kicks it away, and it looks like that'll be another touchback. Only returned today have been 2 Ray McCloud touchbacks, or returns. Both of them have not been bad. So Kirk Cousins will have to go 70 yards. This afternoon, there are a couple games in the afternoon time. Cowboys and Browns. By the way, Saints are up 47-10 over the Carolina Panthers. Houston also had 29-27 with a 2-minute warning in Indianapolis. Cousins is going to look, he's going to throw. It is caught. Ray McCloud trying to get out of bounds, but he cannot. He'll have to quickly spike the ball here. McCloud gets 7 on the play, and they will spike it. 13 seconds to go. This afternoon, 1:05, Raiders and Chargers in Los Angeles, and Denver goes to Seattle. I mentioned Cowboys and Browns. Commanders head to Tampa Bay at 1:25, and then this evening, Rams at Lions. Tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, it is Jets at 49ers. 3rd and 3 here. Pressure coming. Here comes Watt. He's going to drop him. That's going to end this game. TJ Watt with a final punch to an already impressive day. That will do it. The Pittsburgh Steelers wave those terrible towels. They get the win 18-10. What a way to start this season. TJ Watt had a couple of plays called back, but he did recover a fumble. He also, just there, he got a couple of sacks. What a game for the Steelers defense. What a game for Justin Fields in his Steelers debut. 17 of 23, 156 yards. No touchdowns, but that does not matter when you just kick a bunch of field goals. Chris Boswell, 6 of 6. TJ Watt with a sack, 2 tackles for loss, 3 quarterback hits, and just a great game overall. Steelers defense in the Kirk Cousins debut game. Falcons will drop it 18-10. That will do it for me and for everyone else. Thank you very much for tuning in. Final score again from Atlanta. Pittsburgh Steelers win 18-10. That will do it. Thank you for watching.